Hey everyone, it's Lisa and today is Saturday and I'm back. I feel like I was just here. I was up late last night editing, but we are going to, it's kind of a dreary day today and it's a perfect day for a movie. So I think that Brooke and I are going to go see a movie later and then we're all going to go get something to eat. So I thought what I would do is I wanted to show you a few things, a few other things that I got, and then I also wanted to tell you about some favorites because there's been a few things, but there's also been a few things that I've been wanting to tell you about that I just really like, and I think you would too. And this is one of them, and I just showed you this not too long ago, and love it. So much better than candles. And I know I love candles, but just so much easier. It's so neat. Like in the afternoons when I get home, when I'm walking up the stairs, I just reach over there and click the little thing to turn it on. And Lori came to my party and brought me some new little Scentsy bars, and this one is Blonde Wood and Moonflower, and I love it. It's like the perfect combination of like that comforting just homey smell with a little bit of deepness to it. There's nothing sharp about it or soapy or obnoxious. It's not too sweet. It's not foody smelling. It's a really good one. And she said that one that she thought I would like is the Bonfire Beach. So I'm going to order that from her. And then she also brought me some of these that I've never tried to put in my car, and the Blonde Wood, Moonflower, and French Lavender, which I always love lavender stuff. So, and I just think this is so cute, and I've already shown you how it goes with like all of my stuff, and I love it. I just think it's so pretty. I mean, to be what it is, you know, and it's so interesting. And so you can see how it melts up there, and then to change it, you just stick that in the freezer for just a few minutes, and it pops right out, and then you can do something else. So I'm gonna go put this back, and I'll be right back. And I also love the way that lights up too. It's just really pretty. My hair, and I'm in close because I did a couple of different things. I ended up getting some bangs, which they're just called curtain bangs. They're not supposed to be, I don't even think I could wear them straight across. And I've always, you know how I had my bang escapade a couple years ago. Well, when I did that, the girl I was going to really did not know. It was like I was having to tell her how to cut it, and I think I told her to cut too much, and you know, it just wasn't a good experience. But I knew that Morgan, I could tell by the way she cut Brooks and just by the way we have just connected, I knew that she would know what I wanted. So as soon as I showed her, and also she's the type that would tell me if she didn't want to do it or if she didn't think I'd like it. So as soon as I went to get my hair done yesterday, she was excited about it. She thought I would love it. And so all she did was just cut a little bit, and a lot of that was already short anyway from new growth, and then some that was broken. You know, I always have just a couple little layers going on, so it didn't take very much. And she styled it totally different. She styled it with the waver. And it was, as soon as I got home, you know, John commented that it was flat because he's used to me having big hair. Even though it wasn't flat, it was curly, but it was more like flat to my head. It wasn't as crazy as I always have it. And then also she cut about 1 inch off the ends. I'll turn around. Yeah. And she said, I doubt you'll even notice it, and I probably won't. And then she said, you know, that it felt so good, and she thought I was doing all the right things. So, and I even took that spray for her to use on my hair, and she loved it because I love that stuff so much, the O&M. And I texted back and forth with Meredith, and she actually also sells the Unity products. And today I used that texture spray. So if you wanted to call her and get some of that O&M, the orange atomic spray, I think is what it's called. Brooke loves it too. She used it just this morning. I had sprayed it in her hair. If you wanted to get some of that, you could also get that texturizing spray from her. But so anyway, and I'll have fun. I just watched a video this morning by Monica Blunder where her hairstylist was doing the Brigitte Bardot bangs, and I got some good tips. And if any of you watch that video, they use some clips called Japanese hair clips, and they look like just little metal clips, but there's a piece of like felt or something that you use, and I can't find them online. I haven't looked for a long time, but I looked twice, and couldn't find them. If any of you know, he said they were expensive. It was like 6 of them for $30. So I feel like they've got to sell them somewhere. But if any of you know where to get those, I would love to have some just to clip. And then he was talking about doing like this pinch here, and I just didn't feel like worrying about it too much today because it's humid outside and I have plenty of days to experiment. So I'm excited about that, and I like it, and John likes it. Okay, so some more favorites that I have just, it's not that I just sat down and thought, oh, let me think of some favorites. These are actually some things that I've been thinking, I love this, and I don't want to be without it, and I won't be. Okay, and then one of them is this, and it's the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. I've already gone through one. This is my second one, but it is the one with the blue lid. It's the all-in-one removes makeup, even waterproof mascara, cleanses and refreshes. No rinse, no harsh rubbing, face, lips, and eyes. And this is what I take off my makeup with almost every night, and it's one of those like bi-phase, but it feels so much better than the Lancome or the Neutrogena ones. It's not as heavy feeling. It hasn't broken off my lashes or made my under eyes feel dry, and that's what happens when I use the Lancome. And it took me a long time to figure that out, why my under eyes were so dry. And my friend Mary was here one time, and she said, I can't use that anymore. She said it makes my under eyes dry out, and I was like, oh, that's probably what's doing it for me. And ever since I quit using it, I have not had that problem. And you know, I have Bioderma, and I like it, and I have like the Dior cleansing water type thing, but I find myself looking for this one. It just seems like with one good swipe, everything's gone. I really, really like it. And it's $8 and something at Ulta, I believe. Okay, today I am wearing the Clé de Peau foundation that I've been telling you about. But today I broke out my matte one. This is the cream in 030. So it's the same color, same shade as the one I've been wearing, but the other one is Silky and this one is Cream, which it's not very matte. It's just not as luminous. It's more of a, I'm gonna sit back and see if you can see it any better. And I didn't even fix plus, which you know is tough for me. But so I wanted you to be able to see it, and it's not really, really matte. It's good. It's just not as I was going to say wet looking, but it's not like the other one is wet looking. It's just not as glowy. It's more of a natural finish. I think it'll be perfect to mix in with other things if I want to, and I love it. I used the Oval 8 brush, which should be right up here in my favorites. The best brush ever, ever, ever. One of my favorite brushes of all times is that Oval 8 brush. Better than all of the other ones in the kit, which I probably haven't given them a good try, but the Oval 8 brush I took out of town with me. I just don't ever want to be without it. So that's in this too. And then today I am also, oh, excuse me, wearing a lip combo that I bought when I was out of town. Sheila had to run into CVS to get some eye drops. I told you she's got to put eye drops in her eyes every night, and she was out, and she was showing me that this is the only lip gloss that lasts on her, and she has like 4 different colors in her purse. So I grabbed a couple, and this is one of them. This is one of my favorites. It is the, of course, it's the 8-Hour Infallible Lip Gloss, and it's in Plump Rose. And it's what I have on now, and I just picked up this lip liner when I was there, like I needed it. But it is the CoverGirl L'Oreal Beyond Pink. And it's just that color that you can really, really, really overline your lips with. Just a little bit. I don't know if I really even did today. I don't overline mine every time. Sometimes it just happens that way, but a lot of times when you do your lips this way, you're not as prone to overline them. I noticed when I try to do them this way, it's easier. You can go out of the lines easier. But what I did do is fill them in first. And I did that a couple of times when I was out of town, just for like a nude lip, and this really wears well. And I'm sure a lot of you have tried it, and it's no news to you. But anyway, okay, this is another one. This La Mer powder is phenomenal. I don't know if I've ever, the last time I've loved a loose powder like this was when I used to use an Origins. Or when I had Origins at our mall in Belk, there was a loose powder that I used, and it was actually darker than my skin, and I loved it because it gave me a little bit of color and coverage. I think it was called Ginger or something, but they quit making it, and I was so upset. It didn't make me look powdery. It set my makeup. This powder is awesome, and it's even, I think it's even better now that the makeup artist showed me how to, you know, get some in the lid and put it in your brush and really, you know, put it in your foundation like that. I think I like it better than even when I was just trying to fluff it on. And so love that. And if you've ordered anything from Jamie, the girl at Nordstrom that sends me all the fun products to try, and when they're doing the gift with purchase, she will, if you order from her, she will include a little La Mer, and that's a good way to try it. That's how I first tried it, but I love it. And it's just one color, translucent, and it just really, I don't know, it makes my makeup last longer. It sets it. It makes, the main thing is, you know, you always, or I usually need to put something on so I can go in with my contour, which I'm getting ready to show you. But I've been using this brush, which is, this is one of the best sets of brushes I've ever gotten, and it's from Sedona Lace. This is the powder brush, and it's number 376, and it's that duo. You can see it's dirty. I use it a lot, and I usually just like rub it off on my MAC brush cleaner on a napkin, but love it. And this is what I use with my La Mer a lot. When I was just doing the fluffing with it, I was using the Wayne Goss brush, but I really like that brush a lot with the Studio Fix powder. When I'm doing my contour, I've gotten where I like it because then it just goes in that one, not a solid line, but anyway, I like that. Okay, for contour, you're getting ready to see how much I love this. This palette is my favorite, and I'll probably be hitting pan soon on some of these colors, but I use this just almost every day. I start off, right after I've put my powder on, I start off with this lightest color and kind of set a pattern or a template for my contour, and that way it's not too dark. And I've noticed that my contour is better if I build up little bit by little bit, and so I start off with that, and then a lot of times I'll do that with a touch of this for my jawline, and the whole time I'm using this brush, which is one of my all-time favorite brushes, and it's with that same set from Sedona Lace, and it is the 850 angled brush. Love it. It's just the perfect size. It cleans well, and it seems to not put too much on at one time. It blends it well. And then this is almost like a bronzer, so I go in with that kind of last, and you know, kind of work it all out. And then I use every color in this palette every time. I use this beige for like right here on my jawline. I use the yellow for under my eyes and sometimes above my lip, and then I use this shimmering highlight just a little bit on my cheekbones, not a lot, but just a little bit before I put on my blush or anything like that. And it has been my it has been my favorite highlight palette, and it's one of the last ones that I bought, and I love it. I use it every day. Okay, for the last favorite, I've gotten so turned back on to my cake liner from Chanel, and I told you guys about this, I mean, years ago, and then I mentioned it, I think, a few videos ago, how much I love it. And I've been using it with this little Sigma E10 liner. It's not too thin, not too thick, and I use it with this Lise Watier Liquid Transformer. I have the Trish McEvoy one, and I don't know if I can tell much of a difference. This one just ends up being the first one I grab. It's sitting on top of my cube. When I run out of this, I'll probably just use that. But what I usually do is just put a little dot of this on my countertop and dip the brush in it. And then I dip the brush in here and kind of twirl it around. You don't want too much. And it's perfect for me because I'm sure you can tell, but see how my eyeball and everything is so rounded. I don't have like just a smooth line to do a wing. Mine's kind of like goes down over that bone, and then I have to go up and around my eyeball. It's just, they're round. And when I use this, it just makes it so easy to make that smooth line. and it makes it so easy to go in. It's just, and it's, if you wanted blacker than this, just put less of the liquid. But I kind of like that it's a soft black. I think it works well with me, and I've even been using it underneath. It's just, I love it. And then this side, it has a little bit more sparkles in it. I don't ever really use that. Matter of fact, sometimes when I have too much like liquid or whatever, I just do this just to kind of get it off of it. And so I don't really pay attention to that too much. And I have the brown one and the green one, and I love those too. When I looked to link it last time, I couldn't find it. I don't know if they're not selling it anymore. I saw the brown one at my Chanel counter last time I was there. So the other day I had a Bobbi Brown little round one that I'd bought, you know, probably a year or so ago, and it was terrible. It was nothing like this. Matter of fact, I set it to the side just to get rid of it, and then I ended up putting it back in my cube until I go through and get rid of some stuff. But I want to try maybe the Jane Iredale, or, you know, if you have any other cake liners that you really love, let me know. And the difference in using the cake liner and just a dark shadow is, I think they're just more heavily pigmented, and they're hard and dense. They're just easier to use to me, especially with the liquid. So love it, and so thankful that I have it. Okay, is that it for my favorites? I'm sure I have some more, but I wanted to have a little bit of time to show you my shoes. I had to go pick them up at FedEx yesterday and do a quick outfit, and then I'll let you go and come back another day. So I'll be right back. So here we go. And they came in this nice big box. So glad I have the box. I know it doesn't really matter, but for some reason I like the nice big boxes. Okay, when we walked in the Gucci store on Rodeo, I was mainly going in there to see the makeup, because my friend Elizabeth had told me I need to go in there and see the makeup. And I've never really, I don't know if I've had much, many Gucci things. And it was one of my favorite stores. I love like that big, I think it's a tiger little emblem on all their handbags. If I had just unlimited funds, I would have bought, like, there was several handbags I really liked. And I even like I really seriously considered getting one of the Gucci Disco handbags. But this is something I haven't told you guys, and I am doing it on the fly here. But I am going to sell my Chanel bag, and I know I'm gonna catch it for that because I made such a big deal out of it. But it is the most fabulous handbag. I love it. I love the way it looks. I think it's probably one of the best ones I could have ever gotten for getting that style bag. But I don't enjoy using it. I'm just not a flap bag person. And it's been sitting in the box for, I don't know. I mean, it's been sitting on, you know, got it all ready to, I was thinking about selling it before I had my surgeries done. And John said, no, he really didn't want me to sell it. You know, you've wanted that bag for so long, I don't want you to sell it. So I had it all wrapped up in the box. It is still sitting there. I didn't even want to take it with me to California. I just don't enjoy using it. It's not my style. I don't like to worry about something. I don't like to worry about, you know, if it's going to get hurt or anything like that. I love nice handbags, but I'm not a collector. It doesn't, you know, I don't know. It doesn't mean as much to me as I think it would someone else. And I just don't enjoy that style. It's just, I'm through drive-thrus all the time, you know, opening that flap. It's just, I would rather have something else. And it's kind of like a lot of things, I have to just try it, get it out of my system, and I'm pretty much done with it. So I'm going to probably put it on my website, and I will put my email down below if any of you are interested, because it's an expensive bag, and I'm sure I don't mind taking extra pictures. It's in perfect condition. You guys have seen how much I've used it, and it's very, very unique. I think it is one of the best looking ones there is. And so what I was going to say is, I would much rather have like one of those Soho Gucci bags, or the Disco small bag, or something like that, that has really nothing to do with cost, but something that is more user friendly and maybe doesn't cost so much, whereas I'm not so worried that I might get one little scratch. I'm just not used to that. I'm used to really, really using my stuff. So anyway, I'm glad I went ahead and got that out there. I've been thinking about it, but I want to go ahead and I want to do that because that's just, I don't know, I feel like it's a waste of money, and I feel like somebody else could really, really enjoy that bag. That bag needs to be everywhere I went, and there's not a lot of people with Chanel bags here because it's such a beach town. It's just so laid back. Nobody around here sells them. But I got so many compliments on that bag. It gets attention, and I got a lot of compliments from people that didn't even know that it was a Chanel bag. It's just so pretty. Okay, so anyway, loved the Gucci bags. Love them. I think it's a little bit more my style. And really the mink off bags, stuff like that, that's probably all I need to get because I like to, I'm not a person that likes to change my bag every day. I've come to grips with that. And I just tend to want to move on, as you can tell. So, but when I turned the corner after the bags, headed to the makeup department, there was the shoe department. And the first one I tried on was just like a simple mule, and it kind of wrapped in the front like that. And I had the best sales girl help me. Her name was Charlie. And so, I think her name was Charlie. Charlie. I think she said Charlie one time. But she said, I got them, and she said, those are not as comfortable. She said, are you comfortable with high heels? And I said, yeah, I usually wear a 4-inch heel. And she said, okay. And when I put them on, I said, oh my gosh, they were just so uncomfortable. And I said, that is weird. I said, you know, I like heels. I'm usually pretty comfortable in a heel. And she said, you know what's really comfortable? She said, you won't believe it, but these are some of our most comfortable shoes. And in the center of the room, a big circular table, they had these Gucci shoes. And look at the inside. I mean, does that not call my name? And so I looked over there and I thought, oh God, yeah, I can't wear that. She said, believe me. She said, just try them on. You won't believe how comfortable they are. And that day was the day I had on that long Free People dress. And when I put these on, it was a true Cinderella moment. They look so good with that longer dress. And they are so comfortable. They look so pretty on the foot because of this, you know, T-strap and then this little detail. They're funky because of this great big platform, but the color is so classic and so classy that it keeps them from looking like Jeffrey Campbell or something. And they're, even though they have a big platform, they're not too clunky. And I kept saying, gosh, you know, these are so similar to the YSL Tribute, you know, that are like that are a big platform but still are so comfortable and so classy and everything. And so this was my first big expensive purchase. And one of the reasons I had them shipped here is because I don't have a Gucci store. If I had them shipped to North Carolina, there was no tax. So I saved like, I think $80 or something in tax. But I love them. And I know they're not going to be everybody's taste, but they're beautiful on. I feel like they're timeless. They just are comfortable, and I think I'm going to really, really, really enjoy them. They make me happy. I mean, I took a couple of pictures of them to show John. He loves them. And here, let me show you both of them together. And they're the runway shoes. She said these are the runway shoes from this year's fashion show. And if you will look up the pictures, just put in Gucci runway shoes, you'll see them walking with these on the runway and how good they look with really classy outfits. Long skirts, you know, some short skirts. She said they look really good with boyfriend jeans. She said, or your like flare bottom pants, flare bottom dress pants. And I think the color and the actual style of them are so classic. I just feel like I can wear them for years and years and years. They're not just, I feel like they're timeless, you know, for this look. Just like the YSL Tribute. I mean, that's something that they come out with every year. So I'm just really, really, really excited about those. And let's see if, of course I have the tea bag in there. Let's see if it has, oh, here it is right here. I remember I folded it in. leather upper and sole sandal. Porcelain Rose is the name of them. And I got the 38, it says 38 plus, so that might mean, I think that means 38 and a half. And I am very glad I got that color, but if you are someone who would like a color, the two color, they had some black and white stripe ones, they had some real cool ones with spikes and then like the Gucci emblem on them, just some really cool ones. But the two other ones that really, if I was just loaded and had endless amount of funds, I would have gotten the green. The green was the prettiest. It was almost like this green on this Dasani. It's my crystal light. But it was like that dark Kelly muted grass green that is so classy. I mean, just beautiful. And then a beautiful solid red that was just gorgeous. But I knew that this color would be something I could really wear a lot. And then, you know, if this is the blush that I got, which is the, is it Soft Rose? I'll put it down below. So finally showed you my big purchase, but I've got another pair that I bought that are a pretty big purchase too. The other ones might have even cost more, but they're not as unique as these. And but I'm going to do a quick outfit of the day and get out of here because they're waiting on me to go eat lunch and go to the movies. And you know what? I don't even know if I'm going to do a full outfit of the day. I might just show you this sweatshirt real quick. I'll be right back. Just going to show you this sweatshirt. I bought it at a store that Sheila took me to. I think it was, gosh, it was the last day. And I ended up, it's the store that I took the picture where I'm trying on the shoes. And I did end up buying 2 pair of shoes there. A few of you commented on that fabulous like fanny pack thing that I had on in the picture, the blue suede. I wanted that. I still want it. It was so awesome, but it was over $400. And this store was kind of, Sheila kept telling me that she gets neat shoes there that are comfortable but unique. Nowhere else in town sells them. So I ended up getting 2 pair of pretty unique shoes there. And this sweatshirt. And it says, "Thankful for this life." And I just love it. And it fits. I love the like big, you know, what is that, a ballet neck? And I loved that it kind of is loose. It's kind of like the Wild Fox shirt. And this may be the brand. I'm not sure. What, I can't remember. Good, is it Good Human? Yeah, Good Human. So it's, everything in this store was just like those really nice, nice brands, and probably all USA, you know what I mean. Like, what am I trying to say? I keep wanting to say vegan brands or whatever, but you know what I mean. Earth friendly, eco-friendly, Earth Day type stuff. And so I love it. And since it's not very hot out today and we're going to the movies, I thought it would be a perfect day for a sweatshirt. And I don't know, I've got on my just natural color Current Elliott that they still have at Oliver. These are some of my favorite jeans. They're all year round and they go with everything. And I'll probably put on some kind of boots or something. And for accessories, I put on my gunmetal Lilu, some of my favorite earrings, my good old Trevor chain, and this is the Druzy ring from Hitchcock Madrona, one of my favorite big rings. And this nail polish is Essie. That's the one, I think, Butler Please. I just wanted something different and bright last night after I took a shower. So I hope you enjoyed my favorites and the few other things. My shoes, I love those shoes. And so you guys have a good rest of your weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.